Hi there, Libra. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your dear patience with this reading. It is your May reading. It's your overview thematic general reading. Let's get right on with it now. I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera, dear Libra. And I was getting that there is this almost desire to step back and watch what comes, watch what surfaces, watch what comes through, be it also a letter I'm getting for a number of you. There may be a focus on communication that you're waiting on coming through. The Chariot has popped out in reverse, right over the 10 of Wands upright, the card of Cancer in the Major Arcana. There may be, you're waiting on delivery. I'm hearing waiting for the mailman to knock, mailman, mail woman, whoever it may be, however gender. The Hierophant in reverse, the Mother of Swords in reverse. You may be dealing with an Aquarius. These three cards rather. I believe it was a Chariot that also popped out for Aquarius, or perhaps it was not. Okay, but the Chariot came through for Cancer. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, then you may want to check that video out. Nonetheless, there is a focus here on what is to be determined. I'm hearing to be determined. Perhaps as a working partnership for a number of you. There may be a focus on contractual work, on environment, on the home life situation as well, that may be related to what is set, I'm hearing, contractually. There is culmination, Ace of Swords in reverse, waiting on this communication, dear Libra, smack dab in the middle between the Chariot and the Hierophant. There is perhaps a legal component to it, and it's almost like I'm hearing there's a sense of moving forward with your eyes closed in a certain way, feeling that we don't entirely have all the answers, that we don't entirely know what it is that we're working with. We have here the 7 of Swords in reverse, the 3 of Cups upright, but there is a whole lot of communication as it pertains to what it is that is being experienced, even if, let's say, we don't yet have the answers. There's a lot of, I'm getting it as communication, and it's almost like there's a little bit of a feeling of pandemonium. Okay, Father of Pentacles upright. Ooh, the 2 of Wands sliding right off onto my lap, the 7 of Cups, so to speak. Horizontally laid right beneath the 2 of Wands, 7 of Cups, mirroring the Father of Pentacles. There's a question of, I'm hearing where we're going, but then knowing very well where we're going. There's a feeling of, I understand, I do understand. There's a sense of stability and security in a certain way within what it is that I'm experiencing, but at the same time, I'm hearing, I don't quite, I'm hearing, I feel that I don't have the answer. I'm hearing that I don't have any of the answers, that I feel that I'm sort of floating and I'm spinning. The feeling and the vision that I'm getting for you, Libra, is almost as if it's like, okay, well, I'm in this room and I'm seeing you in a room, and it's like, okay, well, I being in the room in a certain way clarifies for me where I stand. I stand in the room, but within that room, it's almost as if you're pacing, and it's almost like, well, where do I stand within the room now? Okay, now that I'm in the room, I'm hearing what's my position. I'm hearing what's my standing as well. Perhaps as it pertains to matters of partnership for a number of you, the desire to clarify exactly where we stand is still a matter of conversation. I'm hearing also of the undoing of matters of, I'm hearing what has been communicated, and there's a discussion here as I'm getting it that surrounds perhaps political views I'm getting specifically for a number of you coming through. Can be taken in a number of ways. Take it as you will, dear Libra. You have, though, a sense of security. I'm getting that is a very strong sense of security, a very strong sort of foundation off of which you are now moving. I'm hearing forward. I'm hearing in terms of also assets. I'm hearing asset gains. There is the recognition that you are what you are working with, so to speak. And it's like, okay, well, the question is, what do I do with my assets? But it's not a question of the assets sort of feeling. Okay, so there's a sense of security, but then also a desire, as I'm getting it as well, to make dynamic movement forward, I'm hearing, and change. You have the 7 of Cups that mirrors the Father of Pentacles. There is a certain desire for pacification of what is being experienced emotionally, on an emotional level. And it's almost like I'm sitting in this room and I'm hearing it's silent, there's peace technically, but I am feeling the reverberation of my emotions. And that is creating almost like a sort of, I'm hearing a certain ambiance for you even, and it's like, okay, well, that is in a certain way causing a sense also of pandemonium as I'm getting it. But it's happening on an emotional level. It's not really happening as I'm getting it for you, Libra, on a level that is material, financial, an actual question of where do I actually stand, so to speak, in a material, financial, professional way. Dear Libra, there is perhaps for a number of you, a focus on community work. Okay, how it is that we are partnering up. I'm hearing professionally, I'm hearing also potentially with others. There is a perhaps question of contract that is to be assessed. Also, a focus on the actual assets, okay, that are going to be given value, that are going to be assigned. I'm hearing a certain value. I'm hearing for a certain term. There may be a certain almost as if it's a certain investment, okay. And the feeling I'm getting is almost like, well, okay, well, we're going to give you these assets. I'm hearing for this amount of time, and what's the appreciation value going to be? What's the depreciation value going to be? Sort of thinking space, okay. Take it as you will, right? It can be interpreted in a number of ways. The Mother of Wands, upright, overlaying the Four of Cups, upright. The Daughter of Cups, upright. Okay, dear Libra, there is a pool of assets. There is, I'm hearing, the housing of potential. There is a focus on birth, the concept of birth that preludes, I'm hearing, your actions. The recognition is that what resides in the space of vision, of potential, is how you are energetically, emotionally prepared for this change, for this next chapter. And there is a certain recognition that there is a vulnerability to be had here. And it's a question of, well, I realize that I'm eventually going to go on stage, right? Having this baby would mean, I'm hearing being hospitalized, take it as you will, being in the waiting room, I'm hearing laying on that table, I'm hearing laying things to rest, I'm hearing as well for a number of you. Again, can be interpreted, perceived in a number of ways, take it as you will. But to get to that point, to do that, and in doing that, in participating in that, I'm hearing in the rodeo show, I recognize that I play a role that is reflective as well of how I play within the lands and the landscape of my dreams, those that are sentimental, those that are also require vulnerability, a certain sense of vulnerability, those that are also innocent, so to speak. However it is that resonates with you in particular, again, can be taken in a number of ways. What is it? That is just simply a stream of love. The love that I hold, perhaps for what it is that I do, for a number of you. What it is that I simply dream of. And even if the feeling I'm getting is, yeah, I hold this dream, but I'm hearing confessing that would make me look I'm hearing childlike. Okay, would as you may perceive it, as you may intellectualize it, as you may rationalize it, as you may feel that others perceive it, of what it is that you are feeling, that you have felt for a long time now, for quite some time. It may have to do with an individual who's got a lot of water in their chart, Daughter of Cups. Okay, but I am getting, this is specifically as well your own energy. This individual may also have fire in their chart, Mother of Wands, a question of creative potential. And what is the emotional role that's played within matters that are otherwise, I'm hearing collaborative, okay? And you've got here the Daughter of Swords upright that mirrors the Four of Cups, sitting just beneath here, this Daughter of Cups, okay? So there is perhaps a certain conversation that's being had with a water sign individual, and the recognition is that I'm hearing the game they play is that which is, I'm hearing primarily, first and foremost, firstly, a acknowledgement of matters that are emotional. And it's almost like, well, even if, let's say, it is to be eventually creative and dynamic, again, it may be your very own energy. I recognize that. The gateway, the portal too, and I'm hearing also the challenge is, I'm hearing the chalice, the holding up of the cup, the expression of the emotions, I'm hearing, in a dynamic way. And so coming to terms with how it is that we would like to surface within, I'm hearing the landscape of emotional revelation, of emotional expression in a vulnerable way. There is the recognition that it's a matter of perception. Okay, so thank you so much, dear Libra, for tuning in. Love and light to you all here. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful May. I'll be back with your weekly readings soon, hopefully, and thank you so much again for your patience with this reading. My goodness, it's been absolutely busy, 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 so thank you so much for your patience. And I'll be back with the moon cycle readings. For those of you who would like to follow this current moon cycle stage, the moon cycle manifestation cycle program is now live on the website. Feel free to tune in there. And you can order your signs of interest that way. Nonetheless, I'll be back soon with the moon readings, that which pertains to the full moon and the new moon through this month. Okay, so feel free to subscribe if you haven't yet done so, if you'd like to do so, to get notified immediately whenever videos are posted. Also, for those of you who have been having some trouble with the notifications, I know some of you have messaged and said, well, I'm not getting notified when the videos post. That may be due to the notification settings in your YouTube account. So for those of you who would like to get notified whenever the videos post for whichever channel it is that you are subscribed to on YouTube, then I believe that there is a setting that is that is a sort of icon, okay, that is accessed by way of the icon of a bell, and you can click that. I'm not quite sure where it is that it is on the actual account settings page on YouTube, but feel free to look into that if that's something that you want to activate on your account. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. Love and light to you all. And I know some of you have been asking if I do personal readings, if I have private services, and I do energetic alignment protocols, as well as astrology reports, and of course readings. So feel free to take a look at my website, alchemyandyou.com, and you can check the links in the bio description box below for further information on each of those services. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email me at alchemyandyou@gmail.com, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Dear Libra, love and light to you all here on this transformational journey forward, and I'll see you soon. Bye.